All right, what's up, guys? How you doing? This is your boy Tech for Pachi Open Mic, and we're here once again with a Straight No Chasers Daily. Before we get into this one, I want you to know, guys, subscribe, hit the notification bell to see any videos going up. And again, hope you guys are doing well. This morning. Today is a rainy day. So we got my orange coat on. It's a rainy day, so you're gonna, for those who gotta work outside, I feel for you. It's a cold day too. It's about 43 degrees. So yeah, hang in there. Remember, bills do not take a vacation. You gotta pay them bills, man. Don't be trying to call out sick and all that stuff, and you're like, oh, I don't feel like it. Nah, I've been out there myself. I used to work at the airport. RDU Airport, out in the cold, out in the snow, out in the rain, out of all of that. I had to do that for years. And also, even with my job that I'm going to right now, for about 10 years, I had to do the same thing too. Out in the rain, out in the cold, all the stuff, to go to the sites to make sure everything is good and everything. So yeah, heavy lifting and all that stuff. But I digress. Let's go into today's topic. No clips really today. I just want to talk about something that I was talking to my wife about. And it's a little bit about the passport bros. I'll do a video really about that. But this is to the women and ladies, including black ladies. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, you're young. I've said it a couple of times and I say it again. Look, I'll say it easy. Body count matters, all right? And I'm gonna go to I'll do a video specifically about this, but this is just a amalgamation of all kind of stuff I'm talking about. Body count does matter. It's shown scientifically. It happens to men, but less to men, but more to women, because women are more emotional than men. The more you have different partners, the more you do not connect with that significant partner that you want. I saw a video with this lady who was promiscuous, and she's a born again Christian and all that stuff. And her husband, he was basically, look, like I said, he was, he was Christian too. He was going to church. Everything was good. And they went to a Bible study, and also like a group talk thing that they do at their church. And she was explaining how she doesn't want to be sexual with her husband, the man she married, the man she loves, the man who's taking care of her, because everything else is perfect, but according to her, but the bond that she had sexually with him, she felt the ick, because she said she didn't want to really have sex with him because of her past proclivities. I've said it, so that's just an example. I can give many more, but the scientists are showing that women pair bond less when they have multiple partners. Right? I'm not saying you can't go out and have sex, and at least if you're doing that, make sure you're on some kind of birth control. Having a child by a guy who you're having fun with, and then he's not established or whatever, yeah, you're gonna have some soul ties, as my wife would say, and some problems. I've seen women in my family and outside people, of course, I don't know evidence, but there's a lot of it too, and you see it also on YouTube. Women who date the guys who are not worthy of them, but they got some kind of grip, and you're like, how the hell you staying with a man like that? Like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't stay with a guy who's not let's get a bare minimum. Don't have a house. Don't have a house. Barely has a job. I ain't gonna say providing like the mass providing like what it is, but barely has a job. Ain't stay out of trouble. Ain't scamming. Ain't doing no kind of criminal record. I'm like, how the heck do women do that? Why do you follow these guys? You smoking all the weed, doing all this stuff, driving your car even though they don't have their car. Those are bare minimums to be adult. But these guys got their hooks in women, and these are professional women who make $125,000 a year, driving around a Mercedes Benz, living in a nice house, and you name these ruffians because they give you good D. That's it. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Another thing, y'all need to understand, young ladies, don't get the multiple tattoos. Just don't. It looks too manly. It's bad enough that some of y'all looking a little manly yourself, and y'all not in your feminine energy to be like, okay, nice, soft-spoken, be what you is. I'm not talking about the chameleons. Guys, you gotta watch out for the chameleons for that. Who be like, oh, I'm that and that, and after you put a ring on it, they all change and crap. Watch out for the chameleons. Vet these women, as much as that. But women, you need to vet these men just as well. Hold your standards. Steve Harvey and all that stuff. Don't have no sex with no daggone man within the first date, second date, third date, whatever. Hell, hold out. Me and my wife, let's put it this way. Mine was my issues, and I'll admit to that. I made sure not to have, not to be super promiscuous or super, with that, because of, I know sex can get you in trouble again. I had a woman try to put a child on me, and it my first girlfriend, and that woke me up to like, wow, sex can get you in trouble. So, and I apologize for all the rain sound, but I can't do nothing about it. But yeah, that part is the crazy part. You could be freaky as all you want to be. You have your whole phrase with your husband or with a significant other that you know that y'all gonna be there for a long time. I don't say you have to marry, but like I said, I am married, so I can't say nothing to that regard. But yeah, just do that. You don't need to go find Tom, Pookie, Ray, Charles, all that stuff. Just find out which one is the thing. Because again, when you find that right guy, you're gonna get to the point where, where all the good men gone? Good men don't want you. Because you've been passed around. Sorry, that's what it is. You can hit us with the whole, oh, I got a small penis. Like I said, for me, that's secure in my masculinity. I don't give a dang what a woman says like that. Words don't harm me. I'm old school. Sticks and stones, break my bones, words with a You ain't gonna, oh, you just saying that because you have a small D. Whatever, I don't care. I have a wife to go home to, and and like I said, she's cool with it. So I don't got to worry about nothing at all. Because the only person I got to maintain is her. Because the whole point of this is, like I've said, guys, do not let no one put no value on do not put no value on no vagina until you're married. Alright? Seriously, I mean that. No one ever said, oh, and women have tried in the past. Oh, have they tried in the past? But like, oh, if you do this for me, I'll give you some vagina. No, not happening. Oh, if you do this for me, I'll have this vagina. No. A woman say, oh, do this to me since you wanted money from me. I'm like, what? No. We was on the same page. I asked you 3 times. You said you were cool with it, and there was no transaction in this with money wise, and it was an equal transaction. You got something, I got something. If you did not get your them, hey, I'm not saying try, but if this is how you're gonna treat people, I don't want to be a part of this. I have turned down sex multiple times from different women in the past, because again, I know it could get you in trouble. And the funny thing about it, guys, to be honest with you, those women became more and more aggressive to try to be with me. And I was like, one woman tried to basically drive, and that's like an hour and a half just to come to my house. I'm like, for that, I'm like, nah, I'm good. You don't need to drive that far. No, that's crazy. That is legitimately crazy. I have never done that for no woman, and I don't want a woman to do that for me. Okay? It's my wife. That's a different story. Since she was out of town doing work and stuff like that, and all week, that's a different story. But other than my wife, no. But the point is, they became more aggressive and be like, oh wow, yeah, it's like I'm unattainable. Like again, there's more women than men, so I'm not gonna be rushing and push myself for nothing. I'm gonna vet these women as best as I can. Again, another story, another thing to add to you ladies, because again, this is going back and forth. To you ladies, black women, seriously, stop saying on the internet, hey, I got all these men in my DMs. They only want sex. They don't want a relationship with you. Okay, that's it. Point blank period. You want to have sex with them and all that stuff, okay, but then they're going to be the guy like you catch your feelings and then you're going to be like, oh, he's such a jerk, whatever. Majority of the times, you can vet out most of the crazies. You can. I would say in my lifetime, only one I did not vet out. But again, that person I didn't have sex with either. And that person was a religious person and wanted me to imagine sex and all that stuff. So I did not. My point is, I didn't see. That was the only girl that ever ghosted me. So I was like, okay, I did not see that coming. I thought after a year and everything was good. And then just out of nowhere, stopped talking. Never heard anything ever again from her. So, and I would say that most girls that like I said, I ain't gonna say most. Let's be girls that in the past, I did not have sex with all of them. I waited. I rated. I vetted because again, I want to make sure the person is. I want to make sure, just like my wife, I wanted to make sure that we're married because we understand each other, we know each other, we got each other's backs with everything, and sex was not a part of the situation. Did we have sexual chemistry? Yeah, we kissed, we rub up against each other with all that stuff, but we, like I said, we wanted to make sure that when we're married, and we have no worries about nothing. We know that we didn't have no diseases, we know that we're as healthy as we can be. Yes. It is that. Then I don't catch. And then for those women, again, be careful who you listen to on the internet. Again, I'm on the internet, so hey, but I'm just, like I said, I'm not selling you no book. I'm not selling you nothing. I'm just giving out wisdom to you young people, people around my age. The ones who are the passport board haters, like I said, I'm not against any movement in that regard to a degree. I have my negatives. Everything has a positive and negative. I always have a balance. Yeah, I'm not a red pillar, but I understand where the red pill comes in. I would say, if anything about me, I'm more of the manosphere. Like I want young men to be men and not these weak. I'm not trying to be vulgar or weak. Unintentional, unmotivated, integral men. I want men to grow up to be like, hey, if you say you're gonna do this, you do it. If you know you can't do it, don't play people wrong. Do not string people along saying stuff. Like, if I know I can't do something, I would tell a person, hey, I can't do it. What? I can't do it. And I'll tell them the reason. I'm not going to waste their time. I'm not going to string them along. I'm talking about men and females. Like if a guy says, hey man, can you help me move this? I'm like, let me see, looking at my schedule and my wife got to do this and all that stuff. Yeah, I can't do it. Oh man, it's just this little bit of stuff. Like, look, I don't want to promise you something that I know that might have a conflict or is beyond 50% that I might not make it. Got you. That's just what it is. I've done that. And don't string women along, man. Do not do that. If you don't want, again, you vet them, you do as well. That part, the vetting part, I have no problem you doing that. Do what you got to do. All right? You're doing what you got to do. And ladies, I'll say this once again. Those guys who you hit on the first and second date, trust me, they're not going to, like I said, it's a high chance, and I do mean high chance, they're not going to stick around because they're like, oh, if you're this easy, shoot, when I marry you and you get bored of me, you might go to somebody else and get this. So, nope, I don't want you. I'm just giving you a glimpse into what's going on. But I want men to be more integrity, that you stand by your word. Accident up here. It's the popos are coming down. You stand by your word. You do what you have to. You do what you say you're gonna do. Second, have some kind of skill, my brothers. Skill, not only for work, but also so you can survive. All right. I am not a qualified electrician, but my wife could tell you, hey, I hooked up stuff in my house and everything. I've put up Lutron and everything, because again, half of it is because I'm kind of cheap. I'm not gonna deny it, but that's me being cheap, that I ain't gonna spend money, but there's something I could do for myself. Seems like cutting the grass and all that other stuff too. That's what I'm saying. But on a serious note, yeah, I'm not a nice electrician, but I will fix certain things. I am not a super tech computer guy, but I build my own computers. I could do my own stuff. Heck, yesterday we did took my wife's mom's laptop and we got it fixed. And it's running pretty good and everything. So, and we didn't have to spend $200 at Geek Squad to fix it. Thank the Lord for that. But yeah, that's that situation. I am not a licensed mechanic, but I know how to change tires. I know how to change battery. I know how to rotate tires. I know how to change the oil. I have changed a window regulator. I've changed a electronic rear view mirror. Most of those for my wife. Mirror. I've changed an axle. I've done all that stuff. I've changed brakes, rotors, because I just did it to my car, and they work very well with this wet weather. Well, I got great brakes with these nice tires I have too. But yeah, have some kind of skill. You can make money off of it, or you can have a side hustle with it. That's what I'm trying to do with droning and everything. Just go do droning and make something out of that. Or, last but not least, just have something in case something messes up that you can fix it. And you're not gonna go to somebody else and wait on their time and spend a lot of money. Because it's always when women was like, oh, I don't need a man to do this, this, and this. But again, if your pipes break, who you gonna call? A plumber. Most plumbers are males. There's some females, and I know some of them that are really good. If your AC is broken, who you gonna call? The HVC guy. What is he? Oh, wait, it's a guy. If you call the police, you'll mostly get a male. You need men, so let's stop that. And we need women. We need women. We need women in certain positions, in like key positions, just like men in key positions. So this whole society thing keeps on going. But that's what I'm saying. Have some kind of skill, so you don't have to worry about certain things. Again, you can make a side hustle on it if you need to. Cut some hair. Like I said, do stuff that you could do something on the side. Work your 9 to 5. Like I work a 9 to 5. You know, none of that. I am in a managerial position. I've been in my position for about 17 years. Made great money. But that's not only it. I've done music. I'm the CEO of my music company. I founded it. It's been 20 years, and I'll admit, the last 7 years has not been super active. I'm not denying that because family problems and everything. But the first 13 years, maybe 14, first 14 years, it has been a grueling grind, touring around the world, but making 7 figures, and I don't have to have no student loans. I got my degrees, 2 degrees. I got my degrees. I had to pay no student loans. I had 1 student loan when I first started working. Paid it off for the quickest because I didn't have a scholarship, but the scholarship was in-state, not out-state, and I was out-state, so I had to pay the difference. I didn't have the money at the time, but I did. Did that. Excuse me. What else? Yeah. toured all over the place from Japan to the only country I've never been to is of course continents, basically Antarctica and Africa. I've been to those two continents. Came close 3 times but didn't get to Africa. I would like to still go there. Belgium, France, Germany, England, Italy, Hong Kong, Canada, places, a lot of places in the Caribbean, Trinidad, like a bunch of the Caribbean islands, Brazil, Panama, Mexico. I've been these places. I've not been to Dubai. I would like to go there. But my point is, been those places, had to secure insurance for instruments and stuff so we could play and do all kinds of stuff. Like, did that for 13 years, had a radio show, had a radio show, a good radio show. Now I have a podcast. It's not as big as the radio show was because we had millions of listeners. But but this is my stuff that I created from scratch. It's grassroots. I could say to a degree whatever I want on the platform compared to when my radio show, when I was talking about issues and they didn't like the sponsors didn't like it. So it is what it is in that regard. But yeah, just have something else on the side, a skill you can make something out of yourself. Yeah. I love droning right now, and I'm gonna try to turn droning into making money. So that's what I'm gonna do. Have those stuff. Establish yourself as well. Be an adult first. Have a place to stay on your head that you ain't gonna worry about in case of anything. Have some money stacked away in case of emergencies. You get hurt, you get something, guys, that you can break. This works for women too. This works for you ladies too. Have that. Have that situation. Have money aside, stack up, do to the side, whatever. Have a car that can work. It don't have to be the newest car. Kind of like that stupid lady. This stupid lady was like, "Oh, this guy is perfect, but he has a old car." I'm like, what? What's that problem? Have an old car. That's a big thing. It drives. My car's again 10 going on. It's gonna be 10 years. It drives. It has no problem. It gets me from A to B. The AC works. The heat works. The mirror still works. All that still all work. So, yep, I'm good. I am definitely good. So again, this is just a general talk. I mean, I'll get into specifics and everything, but yeah, come on, guys, we gotta do better than this. And then be careful when you go into the college. Do not get indoctrinated, because I've seen a black woman telling black men, and that's his own story to itself, telling black men that don't be transphobic and date trans women. Look, if a guy want to date a trans woman, go right ahead. I don't. It's not only my preference, it's just that I'm attracted to women, actual biological chromosomal women that have a birth canal and all that stuff that God has created. That's what I like. If some of you guys out there freaky want to mess with a trans woman, go right ahead, do your thing. And for the trans women out there, stop playing around. You're quick to say I'm a trans woman, all that stuff, but you won't say that to the guy that you're dating. Tell him up front that you were a man before you were a woman. Even if you transitioned longer when you were a young teenager, tell him up front. I don't want you. Here's the thing. I'm saying this because I don't want you to get murdered. You're deceiving somebody on a very high emotional level, and that will mess a guy up. And majority of times, that has led to somebody murdering you. Stop doing that. You want to be a trans, live your life, do it. But it's so funny that you'll be out and open about everything else, but when it comes to dating somebody, you want to keep it secret. Don't do that. All right? Don't. Tell them up front. I have way more respect for a trans woman to say, "Hey, I was a man, but I'm a woman now. You still want to date me? I did a surgery and I got all that stuff." Because again, look at Blair White. She I think, and I say she now, but it's a he, and she's getting married to somebody, and that's good for them. And she had the whole she got the plumbing, but she has done the surgeries and stuff like that. And if I see her in the street, I'll say Blair White. I'll say it's a she, cause he really is doing it right way and not throwing it into people's faces. Okay, but her partner knows that she was a he. That's it. Do it like that. And again, I have nothing against that person. I see Blair walking down the street, I'll be like, her. I use the pronoun she wants because I don't know. She presents herself as a woman. She looks like a woman. She taught that. But I know what it is. And trust me, some of you guys do not make beautiful chicks, and some of you chicks do not make handsome guys. Know that. Alright, but anyway, other than that, this is your boy Tape Pachi Open Mic. Peace out. I'm already here again, remember. Hope you guys stay warm in this winter and do what you gotta do if you guys are working outside. God bless you. Hope you guys stay safe. And remember, guys and gals, people are stupid, individuals smart. Be that smart individual. Alright?